It's actually a Northside arcade pinch. Looked like Koi, after only finding the Cypher, thought the hit was going to go over towards A. And now they're caught slightly out of position, all playing over towards CT, try and fight out of these smokes.
Yeah, heavy blitz on the way through, and you can just see Koi paying that respect as well, backing out. But there's still a little bit conscious, potentially a plant coming on the A side of here. You can still see the sky hanging out that way, but surely the call comes in here that everyone is hard hitting their way through. Plants going down, still watching out for the flank, but now Koi have got to battle their way back into the site. They just conceded control of. Perfectly timed TP out as well.
A couple of kills being traded back as Heretics find a few. benjyfishy showing up in the first round. He is silent and a killer. We're not even seeing him on the screen as he finds two.
Just keeping himself busy for sure, but Heretics come out fighting and rotating underneath here, grouping up once again for a very heavy push together.
Because they know that camera spots above their Viper wall, so they actually just broke it there, went and played for the orb. Kills traded out, and keloqz has ultimate. This is a very winnable round now for Heretics.
Sure enough, they're going to force sight here, commanding respect from the side of Koi. Showstopper not needing to be fired just to command space, but they've done just that. Out it comes. A freebie and finds two for the price of one himself on the back end of it, but it's still two falling down. Site control once again conceded, and Heretics have got what they need. Maybe not, actually, as trexx. There's a little bit of damage. AvovA comes in with the trade. koldamenta into another. AvovA's got it all to do. He found 3 at the end of last round, but he's already so low here.
Spike planted.
Has that teleport to work with, though. Sky Flash actually does clear him in heaven, gives the sound out.
Wasn't worried about a koldamenta. A very pacey Heretics push that we've seen in all 3 rounds so far.
They're looking for some late aggression, but they should have heard that camera being tapped into. Still just holding that breach stun off of the contact, and they find the one. That's absolutely perfect. That forces Heretics to accelerate on the south side. They've already opened up the door into sand.
Yeah, I mean, they're pushed deeper in towards Dish here, which means site is slightly exposed. AvovA's going to find a freebie, and that is site completely clear. They're in a spot here to get this fight down. Clearly not fully aware of that themselves, but Koi are starting to swarm back in.
Mixwell's so important here on the flank. The retake ult is coming in as Mixwell finds one, but trexx is already onto site.
That's it. Now look out towards the scars come through. They managed to get in a spot where that spike is down on site. Not yet planted, so it's a lot of work for Heretics to do.
Mixwell just trying to provide some cover there, dropping down smokes, working together with AvovA to give that coverage. Now A main has been opened, though, so there's nowhere comfortable to play on site for Heretics. Planting back behind pillar. It's just that first angle on stairs they got to deal with.
Mixwell's going to be the big factor here as well. If he can just give a little bit of relief to the 2 players on site, this could be huge. Sees one of the ropes as well, but not going to find him first. Wolfen connects, and now things are looking dire for Heretics. Outside of a hero play, AvovA, he manages to get a trade, brings it down to a 1v1. Wolfen's just snaking his way around and finds it out. It's a big 3K for AvovA. 3 commonly, especially from the north side as well. We saw one transition over, but now the Seekers are coming out. They see everything on the camera, and that's going to mean everyone scatters from the west side of the map over to the east. But they're not going to be able to stop this onslaught of red just flooding the site.
Poor dude's just sitting on site with a sheriff. He's blinded from one side, getting dove on by the other. It is not a fun situation to be in whatsoever, especially when the door opens and there's 2 Vandals just staring you down there.
Yeah, they're just ready and waiting. There's what, a crossfire of 2-3 players here holding down onto the top of rope.
Which too, it's not just a rock in a hard place. It's also like poison on the floor, birds that are flashing you, you know, just absolutely
everything that wants to kill you.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Again, another cam's going to tag out here, push through. They see it, sees the leg, and that's all he needs to know. A little bit of leg, and it's going to lead straight into an ult. And they burn through Mixwell on his push in. Great first find.
I think that was a stun off of starxo's dog as well. You don't just insta-snap the ulti coming on through there, so a little bit of a trap play setup, and now the ultimate straight into sight.
Stick this as well. I think he's going to at this point as well. Immediately at the back of it as well. The paranoia comes across, but clearly didn't find Wolfen at first. Finds one for himself. They flood on towards the site, and starxo finally on the board, had nothing to his name coming into this round, but has done a lot of work here to make sure Koi come out on top. keloqz all by himself, trexx with the close. Back on the other side of this smoke, they're ready.
It's about to get real spicy. This dog runs into the site for this one-up rope, so looking for a fight down there. That's on trexx. Trexx finds the first one as they push out through the smoke. A little bit of insanity, and through all of it, Mixwell lurked into arcade, got up onto site through tower.
I think that was so close there. You'd have lost the Viper and the Viper's Pit in one stroke, but managed to keep himself on side. Seeker's coming out on top as well for Heretics. They're starting to get in, but Mixwell's gone down. Viper's Pit's offline. This is a good ender.
Yeah, looks like keloqz has to find this fight on the south side. No starxo is in the area off the ult that came through.
Flash comes through. They know that he's here as well. Pretty much a guaranteed direct 1v1 to come through, though. Comes out on the swing, but we're still in the animation again, and it's gone out. Tagged down as a result. Now AvovA's got to do it again. His third 3K of the game is calling.
Shadows travel.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go real fast, my friend. Spray comes through, but starxo with the pre-fire was just ready. His top dog for them. And here straight away, the push is coming on the north side. We've had the Sky Flash come out towards ditch. They know that no one's there, and now they've got to make it happen. Showstopper's out. starxo cannot get away from that one. Stopped in his tracks. Out comes the hack as well. This one should be a comfortable round coming out for Heretics if they can get away with this execute.
That was wicked from keloqz, just putting the team on his back in that round. How does the retake come through, though? Sheydos has just about full util, no aftershock, but it's koldamenta fighting into main that's going to be so important. I think calling Sheydos into this is going to be their best way of battling back.
Oh, great flash sync as well coming out. koldamenta on the swing off the back of the breach flash. Beautiful little bit of team play coming out from Koi, but AvovA's here and waiting. Almost gets sheydos, but not enough to put him down.
Through all of this, Benji was able to find a kill. There's also a late reflank coming in from Boo. Took the zipline from north side down here. Benji goes for the swing. Benji finds the 5th for team out of play.
He was truly formed.
He's an entertainer, okay? You got to give him the respect.
Truly formed in the plains of British esports is the way I'll summarize it. Now, trexx there tried to go pretty big at the start. As you saw the double hop through to try and get aggressive on towards spawn, but Heretics, they heard those blast pats going off. They knew what was coming. They dealt with it well.
Trying to find this regress. This will be big if they can hold on to dish control. Mixwell isn't able to find it, so now 2 players sort of peer.
As well have very much worked their way around it, but Spike is down, and Koi once again have got to fight their way in.
keloqz finds the first.
Sky Flash came in as well at a great time for the swing to come out. There's still one more there that I don't think they're fully aware of. Wolfen will find one, and that's a little bit of a stab in the back, but 2 more quick kills come through. Benji and AvovA.
Pinch. If it comes at all, Heretics taking their time as he just drops straight on down. 2 players waiting for him, though. And it's all down to this double flank from starxo and trexx to turn it back in Koi's favor.
Lost the coin flip there, looked the wrong way. Could have been left or right. He chose left, and turns out it was wrong. They've got the site control, not yet committing to the spike plant.
They don't want to plant because there's still a Brimwalt. If you plant and slant here, you are literally cooked.
And just run. It's going to have to be the answer from it. Still, here we go on this one going down with trexx being picked off there. They're not going to commit towards an ult here. Now it's trying to see what they can do. starxo finds one for himself. All comes out on top. Suddenly, Koi start flipping their fortunes, but it's still a 3v3.
Yeah, the roast sky for dinner there. Here we go. benjyfishy flashed, has to fall back just a little bit. Both players towards tower. Pretty easy to isolate now for Koi. Another flash to fight on in.
Flash. Can they swing in and find kills? No, Mixwell's there to respond as well. The only player that wasn't flash goes big. Benji finds one. They pick one up for themselves all the way through. And then you watch Mini, and his face never changes whether they win or lose.
Yeah.
Like the most neutral guy in the world.
Spike down.
A general air of disappointment. I feel that everything's not 100% perfect.
Even when he's happy, it's pretty chill.
Oh, the spike is in a bad
They are
spot.
trying. Oh.
Koi are sending it, though. Oh, my word. You guys have the spike, but they're still going ham. Sheydos finds the kill.
I love it. They had the deep smoke against them, put one down themselves towards spawn side, and used that to push through the first smoke to actually aggress on the back of the showstopper. Really good aggression from Koi, and it's a great response to the aggression we keep on seeing coming out of Heretics.
A whole lot of time to work with here. keloqz fights back a little bit.
Jesus, honestly. This is a battlefield. Right now, Koi are coming out on top.
Didn't we nerf how many bullets are in the guns? I know we couldn't spam these quite as hard anymore. Watch spawn, though. It's a Viper. It's a Mixwell looking to find the lurk, but there was already a trip placed. Wolfen is so aware of what may end up happening, although looks like he just jumped over that thing.
He's got away with it.
30 seconds
I mean, I'm sure he can't get away with this, but they've got to do something. They're sat on the spike, all 3 of them, and somehow AvovA and Mixwell have got to make this push work. It's going to have to be a joint swing coming out here, though, as well. It could go wonderfully, or it could go tragically.
Yeah, he has to open the door. He has to tell him he's coming on in there. They're pushing on forward. Sheydos finds his 3rd with the Spectre.
Beautiful.
And it all falls, though.
Here we go as well. Showstopper out on top as well. Comes out with that one. Doesn't even find a target. That is not ideal for keloqz. Still, 1 for 1. In fact, 2 quick kills coming back the other way. Down to a 4v3 for Koi, and Tower's where it's at. Benji loves being in this spot. Another big 2K for himself. Now on the march on forts, and they get the pings onto these last 2 players. A right time swing here could... What can they do at the back of this one?
Oh, that's the last smoke used, too. Nothing to guard
Flashes.
off tower.
They've got 2 flashes to play with.
Just
though,
a molly and a bird.
And the bird might just be enough here to give them what they need, but got to try and find the man. They know that he's there. He hasn't rotated away, but it's the fear of what if he steps out and goes to the spray. There's no molly left here. There we go. starxo finding his man. Let's see how the second half plays out. And again, you're seeing Koi coming in with their style of a split here as well. But I like, again, the immediate aggression coming in. But look at this coming in behind them as well. The pinch could be horrific here as well. Kolda absolutely slaughters them. Wolfen in for the third. Heretics have crumbled here in round one.
Look at the smokes they put on site, too. They didn't want to deal with any site players. Pistol plan coming on through for them as Wolfen finds this first one. No, benjyfishy is going to be taking it. A little bit isolated for now, but still a two-player advantage off of a really nice play, kicking things off.
Here we go. Benji to be the hero.
He's fishing.
benjyfishy. He's fishing.
Yeah, there you go.
Goes fishing pretty well, finds one for himself, but Mixwell's got 3 to find. He is on full HP, treks down to less than half. Doable, but extremely difficult, yes.
It's like some kind of a joke. A fisherman and a bartender walk into the A site. I don't know, and there's 3 players outside after the dog spotting nothing.
The breach splash was enough just to keep 2 players interested for long enough that they can now hit the site in a 5 versus 2. B site is gone at this point for Heretics, unless we see some real big hero plays coming out. He's in a good spot. Mixwell! And again, the man goes nuclear!
Man's out of his seat! They can't be sat down. Someone give him a seat pad, right? Playing right on the outside of that smoke in just an absurd spot. Holding dice for the walkout because he has the trip holding his right. Dips in and out of that Viper wall. It's the power, I think, of the Viper primarily. When you're playing a little bit more aggressive here on Fracture.
Oh, this could be timing. They're all around the corner looking the right way. Can't even find one, unfortunately. Trexx takes half HP, but he's not going to be too worried about that one. Now comes the full-on charge out towards A.
Yeah, I think that's why they showed the boombot. They were looking for a little rewrap, a little false information put towards B main. Now, of course, with those Seekers, they're going to realize the A site's open. Just the player, AvovA, they can look to trap in A main. They have double satchels, they do. Satchels into A main, they want to punish the Omen, and they do. Trexx finds everyone, 3 kills before he drops, and Koi just terminate the round.
Who cares about a smoke off? This is going as well as it could possibly do for Koi.
And they can hold post plant for a long time. Brimble, mollies, paint shells, everything they've got it. Trexx continuing to step on forward. Now the spike was canceled. The plant didn't go through, but they have the Cypher to reclaim. And now having to invest the ultimates, they don't just get spammed out on the opposite side. All that post-plant util is now being spent just to fight back against Heretics, who are finding ways back into this site.
Just one at a time, one at a time. Finally, the spike does go down, so now the pressure flips onto the other side. Heretics in a much better position here than what Koi arguably were on their previous retakes of this site. Again, think about the aggression we saw in towards mid with the util stacking. But here it's on the south side. It's an absolute demolition. keloqz, still with the op in hand, is hoping to find anything, but no one's giving him a time at the time of day.
It's all on AvovA here. Find something. Sees Wolfen in the corner, gets it. Can't quite turn around for the other, and now it's just the operator against the world. No time.
Finds one for himself, but still must know that there's one more here. Knows that he simply has not got time. Going to have to let this one tick out, and understandably, would rather save the op and
use what utility they have to fight that attrition battle to get a fuse off.
Here we go, the Viper's Pit comes out, actually used quite adaptively here as well to straight on side, but Trexx is on top in one of the only few places that's actually safe, and even through the paranoia manages to get himself a kill. 2 kills, 3 kills, it's all raining on through for the side of Koi. There was a lot committed in this round as well from Heretics, and it feels that this may have just really buried them for a round or two.
Yeah, they came flooding out through the smokes. No one was in Mixwell's ult. Feels his position. The money is good enough for Koi. They want that op out of the equation, and they're not going to quite get it just yet.
keloqz got a little bit of time to shine if he can find himself 1 or 2 more. He might have the breach coming up behind as well, but Wolfen's a little bit too close for comfort.
Out towards Dish, and Koi just blitzing into sight. They already have tower.
That's it, Molly's in, smoke's coming out, everything they need to really make their march forward work. Wolfen's in, all comes out on top of it as well. Dream start for the side of Koi, Showstopper comes in over the top. Not going to find the man. Well, Heretics really trying all they can to push back in. Seekers also came out on top of that one as well. But look at this. sheydos is ready and waiting with that rolling thunder to come rolling across. And sure enough, there it is. Catches out 3 players, finds one for himself, but can't quite find the last. It's a 2v3 for the side of Heretics.
Not unwinnable. keloqz is very low, but Boo has a couple of flashes here. Gives the heal over to keloqz. They're not even going for the flashes. They just want to find some kind of a fight. Real nice end early. The triple swing around the corner, and starxo B-site so passively, so on site. Now playing off, as a matter of fact.
Here we go.
Oh no, Trexx has the read!
Finds his man as well, Boo down below. That's all they need though. That one entry's enough to give them site control once again. Heretics, they struggle to win these retakes as we've seen all half long.
We'll give it to benjyfishy. Has that north side flank coming, but he is zooming in. starxo hurt him.
towards his left. The starxo has been on fire, but it's Wolfen. Even cancels out the opportunity for that 1v1 and gets the close down. Koi, they are absolutely demolishing Heretics here. They'll take the first map, 13-8. That he gives that kind of force the threat, the potential respect that you have to show to him. I mean, straight away, here he is, and this is what I mean by the threat that he can present. Starts out pretty big, boos in for a second as well. It's a good start for the side of Heretics.
Yeah, sending the clone all the way through connector as well. And that's a slow peek around the corner. By putting it into the wall like that, when you're defending against it, you see a shoulder coming around. It looks like someone's peeking you. It's a little bit less predictable that it's a clone as opposed to when it's just running out across the open up against you. And this spike should go down without much of a problem. Notice the Heretics have left keloqz in mid to be sort of a alert control and a late reflank. That spike is planted for B-Link as well, so keloqz is going to be a very big threat, even on 15 HP deep in the round.
Still a lot that can be done here. It's the battle back in from Koi once again. They're used to being choked out by Heretics, as we saw back on the first map, but they've really started to warm back up into the second side of things. Good spread being held by Heretics, though. 3 different positions being held here, all waiting down and ready for this push to come in.
And Koi won't expect a player down long either, because there's alarm there. They're going all the way back into deep sight. Mixwell finds one before being quickly traded. And Wolfen being so low HP here, Kolda has to go and hunt down for something, or the clock is not going to go with them. Wolfen finds one, finds two! That is absurd, but keloqz with that ghost makes it happen at the end.
Got rid of the 2 that was really critical. A bit of damage. Comes out with the 1 and baits out the flash, but nothing else really to come from it. Finds one at the back, but starxo finds Mixwell first. But it has made room for the rest of his team to push up short here, and now we're seeing the execute come through.
Still plenty of killjoy utility on site, just trying to deny a plant. As 3 players back CT ready to fight on out. A late flank from Wolfen too. As info goes down on sheydos' position backside, they're just trying to spam all the way through that wall. The nano swarms on the ground too. Somehow sheydos has danced around all of it throughout.
But doesn't dance away from the headshot coming in from keloqz. Side control once again in favor of Heretics here. It's been a good hold coming out from Koi. Burnt a lot of time away. And really got to keep an eye on Wolfen here and the damage that he can do. He's working his way forward. I'm not too sure that AvovA on the other side knows that he's coming either.
Still no spike plant. Benji's just waiting. Someone pushed through the smoke. It goes down. He sees it, but starxo finds 3 on the round to secure. This teleport should end up landing right behind Pillar. That's where he goes to take this fight a little bit faster than you'd expect. It's almost like neon light with the timing you get running down long there. And,
makes use of the clone for the concuss to come out, found himself an easy kill at the back of it as well. All now being brought up by Wolfen, who just wants to get out of dodge. He's trying to find his man and will finally pull down Mixwell. 3 huge kills for him in the round. It's basically locked this one down for the side of Koi.
Yeah, maybe there could be something
there.
there.
Back online. Now they know exactly what's going down, so this should be the response coming out from Koi. Still, not too worried about pushing in hyper aggressively here. Wolfen's on for an ace, by the way. Oh, AvovA just shuts him down at the very last hurdle. Plant will get stuck on the back of it, but this round, I think we can see which way it's going with 3 players still standing, unless AvovA can go massive, as we saw back on Fracture.
No. Exactly what Heretics are walking into.
Did expect we'd see keloqz bringing this out in an eco round, and sure enough he has. Will find one for himself, can't get the second. sheydos just ready and prepared.
I think Heretics actually have a really nice read on how to play this map. Trying to put down a star here, can get that grab well to go on through. He doesn't hear the players creeping on out just yet. Oh no, benjyfishy out on site. That was a full walkout. And with the wall there were no comms coming in. The up left out to dry. Heretics might have scrounged together an eco win. They're up numbers here and they have rifles. Even the op in AvovA's hands, who's fell back all the way onto long.
I was going to say massive round if they managed to pull this one off, and they're getting very close to doing it. starxo coming up behind. AvovA's ready, and he ain't letting him pass on that one. It's an easy shutdown, 2 left standing. The players that were out towards E side have pulled their way all the way over towards B, but yeah.
Ultimate. Heretics is a team that will commit ults, even in bad buy rate. It's, I don't even know if I can say. Am I NDA'd? I don't know. Keep it secret, keep it safe, is all I can say.
Wow, leaks? What is this?
just move right along.
Let's move on. The round is played. Start to expire.
Ooh, this teleport doesn't commit to it, flashing himself in. That is a wacky spot to go into. A little bit shallower than you'd expect. And yeah, you're gonna get punished if you're getting held from B-Link. Yeah. I think that TP, with the changes there, you have a little bit more area to play with, so you're not actually fighting backside. And with the Astra Smoke they put down, you're not actually worried about getting fought from back CT.
Oh, no!
I think one more star on top of that for a little bit of control here.
It's a good case of holding up the ground here on Benji as well, so letting his team backfill in the space that he's created, finds one for himself onto trexx. Suddenly is another one of those rounds that starts to feel winnable. No ults online to play with, but clearly they're going for Brokey and they feel they can do this.
Wolfen finds that first with the operator, and it's all down to Boo on site. He just gets Goomba stomped. Wolf, my ears aren't what they used to be.
And apparently neither is my voice. Onwards we march then. Out comes the over the top. Nightfall has landed down. I believe it's connected. TP in the back as well. Oh, but sheydos gets the spin. Mixwell put in an early grave here as well. And even through the deafening, the decaying, the everything that's going on inside of sight, Koi managed to hold firm here. A 4v3 coming out. Sure, the Killjoy's coming down on top, but it feels like Koi have got this one locked down.
Benji's got a couple of mollies to play with, though. They have to play off-site. What does Boo decide? Had the option to go for a late reflank, but there's not nearly enough time to make that one happen. Boo's been spotted out here, though. Him versus trexx. That could decide the round as Benji finds one more.
Keeps on going. He's just dropping utility here, bouncing it around. One more to find. It's just sheydos standing here as well and wants to find his man. He's on the hunt, and I really thought for a second Koi could secure this one, but Benji with 2 kills coming in from A main has done all that's required. Sure, sheydos to step across, try and bait it out, but Benji finds a big 3K. Only more calm and composed in their first games on a stage like this, but here he is giving it large. I absolutely love it. Wolfen's posted and ready. Smoke just about cancelling everything out. Sure enough. That's a bit aggressive, but it works out wonders. Wolfen completely blindsided. Here we go on the march on forward. It's not the first time we've seen Mixwell do this as well. He loves going aggressive down B-long.
Oh yeah, just going up into pillar, then flashing on past it, working on in. Koldamenta has to do something here, and actually will find the kill. The Grabwell on the ground opens up a kill to be traded back, so 4-on-4 on the retake now. Astro Divide is going to be tough, especially with keloqz playing inside this pocket.
Can he stay tucked? Oh, they know. This is so hard because you have to swing on that super tight angle to get him out if he was to hold there, but he knows that his goose has been cooked and it's time to get away.
No goose, but how about a little bit of wolf there coming around the corner. trexx, starxo find a couple. Both players forced back long.
Uh-oh. Goodbye. Out comes the molly. The op was there but wasn't quite ready. Koi with a brilliant retake yet again. Hold things even, 4-on-4.
Very nicely done. Even after losing their offer.
Respect Benji, of course, but well, it looks like they're getting ready for a hit here as well.
Oh no, he's cooking.
Did he intend? I'm not sure that was fully intended, but lands himself in hot water and is finished off. No questions asked.
No, he did. That's the normal teleport he goes for. And Koi, they're pushing on in here, and trexx is lying in wait. Only benjyfishy alive against 3. And nowhere really to go. Spike stuck out on site.
Can he swim upstream, or is he due for the fish market? He's up for the fish market.
Mixing on up. But I think this round ultimately is going to come down to AvovA if he can find something down long.
Oh!
Because you know Wolfen's going to be finding kills with the off.
Oh, they make it look too easy. Kolda's there for the swing as well. They find 3. It's an absolute slaughter in the back alley. Deleted. Wolfen with it
down and look for the explosion.
Uh-oh.
I think?
I mean, he's caught out of it. It's about to expire, and there's 2 of them here ready and waiting. Now rejoins himself in, TP's back out to safety. Nice little play there, just give a lot of information, but the team need to act off the back of this. They've half got sight, worked out towards the west side too. They've got what they need, but Koi here, sheydos especially. 2 big kills, 2 more follow. Koi simply will not be stopped.
Options to teleport. Wolfen has to hold a much more passive angle here. This is the pathing Mixwell's taken. It's around that right side. He goes to the swing.
That is such a killer because Benji just got orb as well. Was in a spot to make use of the lockdown, but taken offline.
And he do.
I didn't even clock that as well. That's
They're getting pre-ulted. What is going on?
They're just ready, and it's the right play because it's forcing Heretics now to get desperate. They're pushing in for the ult, but they're being slaughtered where they stand. 2 kills come through. They fall into the Koi trap. This looks to be an 8-4 coming out for Koi.
Koi are looking solid, and trexx is on the hunt. The 8-4 is going to come through for them in week 7, I believe. That was it. A really tough year for them. This would be the way to make that run go back. You look at over in Americas with a team like Crew, there are options here. It's White's last chance. Qualifier, and it's White. Heretics are absolutely shredding inside of Art.
Deleted them on the push through, and they had the right idea. They had all the information, just couldn't win the gunfights. Destroys. 2 left standing, they find 1, but Benji, well, someone's fed in this morning because he is popping in this round here. Finds himself 2, gets traded out here.
Canceled out. TP into the side. There's 5 players ready to fight with only 25 seconds.
Can they force their way through? There's one of the very back shut down straight away. Mixwell taken offline. Heretics are good for 2 so far. Establishes some form of control, but Heretics have got a brilliant crossfire set up, so quite a bit stuck away from B, just ran themselves into a Heretics crossfire.
And it's because they just sat in A main for so stack B a little bit more aggressively. Although the TP that Mixwell just sent out, I think will eventually creep over and give him the option. No, I think that's pretty much stuck.
I mean, he still finds one, he's good for one, but they find him through the clone off the back of it as well. Ults come out and Koi exploding towards the site down B long here. They managed to get rid of Boo. It's a good start to clear out the site. The last 2 players of Heretics rotating over. But Koi, for, I don't want to say the first time, but close enough the first time, are in a spot where it feels like they're in control.
Oh, poor Benji. Get on out of there, buddy. The Gravwell's in. He's getting pinched by starxo and by sheydos. That gives B-Link. Mixwell had to give up that pillar position very early on. Need different pies. Renaissance era pies.
Renaissance. Okay. Shark comes on through. Wolfen straight in the back as well, being tagged down by the Nano. In fact, both of them are eating him up. One on the stairs, one in the middle of side as well, and just walks from one straight into the next. Not really ideal.
Pies. Renaissance era pies.
Renaissance. Okay. Shark comes on through. Wolfen straight in the back as well, being tagged down by the Nano. In fact, both of them are eating him up. One on the stairs, one in the middle of side as well, and just walks from one straight into the next. Not really ideal here. Mixwell's in, feeding out the information. Just spray, and they still can't quite find their man. Benji are getting finished off, but as well, but in comes the lockdown on the back of it too. Heretics really hard committing towards forcing this one through. They've got the numbers advantage. And Koi looking in a little bit of hot water here. Trexx ain't long for this world, I'm afraid.
He was just begging for someone to fight him, and it didn't come in until it was too late.
Wrong spot. Not going to have to find the man here.
No one can find this spike. Everyone was trying to spam. But it will go the way of Heretics.
Well, Dash enabled and ready and looking to make his way forwards. Valorant coming out from the backside though as well, so there's a bit of a pinch coming in they're going to be wary of. Wolfen strikes, so they make their way forwards, look for what they can. Benji's good for one, but immediately has to drop back away. Pinned him for a second here, but deals with Trexx as he pushes round. Down goes the spike, koldamenta finds one back on the other side, and now the plant is going down. Cosmic Divide comes over.
All eyes on sheydos, going for the late flank around. Looks like Heretics have been stalled out. They're not pushing off the flash, and that gives the opportunity, and keloqz shuts it down.
Point blank range, up on top as well, looking for one more. keloqz is good for another.
Oh no, keloqz, now he's smoked off, but Mixwell is in the corner that he was playing, and he gets the kill with the peek. That was the clone corner. He hadn't shown this layer just yet. With the peek up above, keloqz is feeling it.
Make it look so easy on the op. Man.
Hide and conquer, the new strategy for Koi. Hunt's broken, so it won't reveal much more. Maybe they think there's a few more players here. Spike is definitely moving over.
Honestly.
And Prowl here. Money very good in the camp of Heretics.
Fishing a bit too much. Gets more than he. Rounding their way through towards R here as well. They find the turret, but still looking for their man. Wolfen's been here 1,000,001 times, and this time around it works out. Out come the Blades over the top. A lot of smoke down though, can't really see too clearly. AvovA's going to find one, just dodging away from Wolfen's watchful eyes. And keloqz is ready in response to his in return to the other.
AvovA even finds the spam down. Wolfen has to go on a rampage here. All 3 players tucked over towards Secret. Kolda finds a couple. 2-on-2 now. The chance for the spike to be planted is here.
Down and out. Potential opportunity for a bit of spray to come through on the wall there from, I believe it's AvovA. Didn't manage to find it. A Cosmic Divide coming across now. This is a saucy one.
Oh, you can be knifed through that wall, though.
Yeah. Both sides looking a bit risky. They have no idea just how close they are, but they've got at least the idea. Poking their head through for at least a quick second here. Ready and waiting. Springing out at the same time.
Some off that angle. Otherwise, they rotate here later on. It's tough.
keloqz is looking for his man, but can't quite find it. Out comes the as well from the KO on the march on 4. Boo finds one. It's an immediate trade back on the other side. Smoke for now, at least impeding their process, but the march on forward looks to
Get on top of Sign. If you want to make that reliable.
Benji, hero moment. Potential, not quite. starxo with the shutdown onto him. Just a 1-for-1 in mid, and now they're wrapping in behind here, so taking a different angle, but still the same site being hit.
Oh, Mixwell can't find it. That could be brutal. 20 seconds left. Boo still up towards heaven. And with Mixwell falling backside, it all comes down to Boo. Sees Trexx around the corner.
won't be able to stop this going down either as well. He knows that he's being watched from a couple of different angles here. AvovA's on the underside, finds one. AvovA goes big with 2 and makes it a third! Heretics look cooked!
Turret will interrupt them.
That's a big investment as well. Benji's got work to do, finds 1, almost found 2. Same as last time mid though, it's a 1-for-1 down there for Mixwell to go huge and find 2. Finally traded out. Only 2 left for the side of koldamenta, looking precarious.
keloqz waiting here with the operator. Here's everything and he don't miss. Comes in for another one.
If only.
It's a classic keloqz moment, but it's given an opportunity to sheydos.
Can he clutch up here? This could be huge. They lose this round, they're broke. It's going to be a rough last couple of rounds if Koi can't win this one. It's a lot of pressure on sheydos' shoulders. For now, moving away from each other. He suspects they're coming out from spawn side, but no. Alleyway has been the play. They're up on high, or he's up on high, sorry. Now he knows where the play is coming from. Spotted out by the horn. Works in as well. Good spot here to trigger this one off. Might find him out. Toss away at just the wrong second as well. A couple of pixels away from that one.
One enemy
Oh, finds it through smoke. One left standing. AvovA's been huge so far, but can he win out on this one as well? Blue Pro's fake. AvovA finds the kill. Absolute
art, that's where problems are going to come in. Nightfall just to scout up into mid. But here's the thing, that's bought a little bit of protection. benjyfishy can go for an early lockdown in art if he wants.
They can afford to invest the ult because they're the ones in control here. And in control they are. Wolfen the first one to fall. Holding back now, just waiting. Killjoy on top as well. So many ults coming out in this round that are just all working against them. But starxo gets in the back and goes nuclear. Trexx one more. It's on to Benji. Seekers, players, everyone's coming. But Benji's still going.
sheydos has to protect koldamenta. Everything, there's no time, 5 seconds. It's winding away
right
from
now.
Heretics.
And they've not got the time. They are going to find the last man. He's long tucked away. Job's done. Heretics force us through to the third. It's a repeat of what we had.
Those pistols, but now there's the worry of a flank opportunity with the turret from Benji that will spot if anyone goes further than the window, but they're locked into A now. Fully committed on forward here. sheydos just dancing around the smoke here. Can he find anything with the paranoia coming out? Not quite.
Narrowly must have missed out there as well. They've got the controller side they were looking for. Here comes a slight reflood, and it's an absolute slaughter. Hell really being given its name there as Heretics are absolutely destroyed on the way through. AvovA gets one back, but he can't quite find trexx.
And it allows your Omen to play maybe a little bit more aggressively on the opposite side of the map. You don't need his smokes for the retake. Oh my word.
Gets away with it though. But he comes to over the top as well. Layering in, looking for what they can find. The knives are indeed out. Wolfen's in, finding at least one for himself. But it's what comes off the back of it. A couple of kills for Koi is the answer.
That is ridiculous. 4 on 2 now. No, the money was not perfect. starxo just a Marshall bot at this moment in time. You can see Mixwell has to fight forward, needs someone to step into his crosshair. He can't afford to rest on his laurels, but with the blind coming in, he's taken down. Koi are steaming on through. Benji can only find one, and Koi have bounced back after Pearl.
And retrieve the op as well, which is probably the main thing to take away from this round, given Wolfen have taken all those.
It's like, everyone get behind me. I'm the man.
So distracted by the turret.
keloqz is like, thank you so much, Benji. I really am so glad you bought the Guardian for me.
Easy donation only. Just keep passing it.
But yeah, now he's been seen. Paranoid to try and stop this Jet from taking a shot against him. And oh my gosh, he's going above! What the hell, Wolfen?
Chases him down, doesn't want Len get out of that one. Completely blindsided by starxo on the backside. One back the other side, but Wolfen strikes big. It's literally 1 for 1 for 1, but at the end of the day, it's Heretics who come out worse. 3 left standing here.
Ooh, take your time. Get the rest of the team on in there. And he goes to the Heaven Teleport as well. Okay, this might be a little bit extra. It's 5 versus 4 on the retake. You don't want to over-commit your position up there. Could just turn into 1 for 1.
I mean, they feel they've got what they need, so they feel they're in a comfortable spot here to make this play happen.
Yeah, if keloqz plays close to them, could maybe look to trade back. And actually, the stun was used very early from Mixwell. Usually you want to be held to sort of stop the stall from coming out. Not sure it'll matter, because 2 players are on the flank, and Clock is starting to wind down, though.
Wolfen, seeing how much work he's done before from up on high. Up in hand, looking for someone, anything, can find nothing. And immediately decayed out, silenced out, has to keep himself safely tucked away. And now koldamenta's got to try and round him, but I think time is pretty much done here as well at this point. It's just trying to do some economy damage.
Yeah, get some exits here with that little op peek, maybe even another.
The op's gone.
The up is good. They're billionaires. It doesn't even matter. I'm rounding up from the 46.50 in the bank.
They know there's more down here. Little 1-for-1 at the end, and it's really scrappy out on the exits at the
zone for information. Yeah, using the Seekers even too. It's a tough spot to be on that sky with no one really spotting to help you. Has to use the entire kit.
Smoke's come out straight on top, and keloqz has none of it. Wants to force his way in, but Wolfen's going clay pigeons shooting. keloqz taken offline, looking for one more as well. 2 quick kills coming in for Heretics, down to a 3v3. starxo's got a no! starxo knows! He slaughters them! Hoping that at this point they'll have left. starxo's still present, as you can see.
Headshots.
Now forced to back out now. They're not going to have as much stall this time around as they did previously. Nightfall over the top as well. Plays Koldamenta finds one, tries to TP out, but gets tagged up by the aftershock.
Post plant, though, they have some really sweet ultimates. If they can farm out another kill, that's a rifle now for Benji. Benji's gonna slam the lockdown. He wants to win this round.
And that's about it. They've closed everything out. They'll try and do what they might, but there's nothing to be done by the other side. They've forced their way through. Heretics in the control they need, 3 versus 2. But this lockdown is gonna come into effect.
Oh, no.
Oh, pain. Online, so many things they can keep on rotating here across rounds. Heretics.
sheydos had the rifle in the last round, so he couldn't even buy the operator over.
Do they know? I'm sure they'll check it at the very least. Down to most definitely know, and keloqz is there. Beautiful little trade play coming out. Breach shot immediately over the top. starxo just gonna pretend he's not here. Pretend it doesn't exist. It can't hurt you if you don't know it exists. Trexx is out to find one. starxo's still here, and he's waiting for the swing to come through. He has been so patient. Finds one, doesn't realize that one's backed it through. The Viper split comes out at the same time. starxo's still in position and able to do some work here. Swing comes on through, and Koi have shut down this attack.
starxo owns that spot outside sewers. What a beast! Dancing around the smokes. Now all left on to Boo. Boo is actually finding a chance here, but no, starxo shuts that down immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Mixwell here. And Benji's been quite good, but unfortunately Mixwell will not find his this round. And that rifle, not the easiest to recover, knowing there's an operator in the area.
Wolfen just better, sadly, on this day, on this occasion, as things are progressing. 2 quick kills coming back for Koi. Well, not unexpectedly, very expectedly, given how the buyers came into this round. Wolfen doing work with the ult once again, too. Still 2 left standing, and Boo will find one. That's op offline at least temporarily, but really can't stick around for this.
Wow, that dog for
where the two come to a clash. Again, it's been AvovA that's mainly worked his way out through sewers here. starxo's been a hero holding down his position, but they know where he is. They could swing in together. And Heretics have just found kill after kill after kill to bring things back to a 2 versus 2. Given it was 5v2, this is a massive blunder by Koi.
5 on 2 with one rifle, maybe, on Heretics' side. They pulled out something incredible here. sheydos gets chipped just a little bit.
Oh dear, oh dear. Boo's ready. Not really going to be fully able to swing this one together, but they aren't the ones who have to move here.
He can see over the smoke. He's looking right down on top of him. AvovA takes down everything. Trying to get embedded over by Stack once again.
We have seen this a couple of times, really digs his way in, but here he's going aggressive. In fact, between them both are doing it. Flash comes out and he wants in, can't quite find his man. It looks so close to coming out well for Koi. But just shut down, they back away, turn tail at the last second. Not quite aligned, the 2 players there.
They can't slow down. Wolfen has to keep fighting. The only rifle left alive now that he's out of range. It's all on Wolfen, though.
He's holding in a good spot, ready and waiting. One steps round, and he's got the angle for the headshot just perfectly ready and waiting. Finds a second, finds a third! Oh my God, Wolfen slaughters almost everyone. AvovA will put down the killing spree, but he's all that's left. And just like that, Karma is dealt back on the other side. Heretics.
Tons of stall here as well.
A heavy push coming in, out come the nanoswarms, jumping his way straight up high. TP up on top as well, a real good like spring forward coming out of the aggressors here. But sheydos misses his one man, still manages to find 2, make it 3 at the back of it. koldamenta taking one in the middle, but sheydos converts onto the 3rd. Once again, absolutely decimated on the side of Heretics. They came in a few rifles down. Been conceded, but they're working their way back in here as well. Koi really fancy fighting this one. Why wouldn't you? It is the last round of the half. So many ults online.
And with the lockdown coming in as well, Heretics, I don't know if they have time to actually fight forward. Double updraft from Wolfen. He's looking for something. It's not quite there. Boo wants something. 1 second, 2 seconds. There will be nothing afforded him.
No players attaining that can now flood their way back forward. It's a retake upon retakes at this point. But Koi are going so aggressive towards long. keloqz gets 2 for himself, but it's not quite enough. They're still where they need to be. A TP away. AvovA in the place that he loves being. A sewer rat crawling on forwards. And it's 2 kills for Heretics.
Running away with that, only giving up 2 in the second half.
These first 2 rounds are going to be the big ones. It's really going to set the pace of the rest. I think if Koi win these first 2, say goodnight, Heretics.
Oh, it's a 1-for-1 to kick things off. Dash down short, as a matter of fact. Wolfen getting way in front of it. Now Spike still left outside of grass. And this is the stack, the raise, the fade, playing
Sees
together.
a lot of them. Sees 2 tucks in as well, but in a spot here where he's managed to get past at least and working his way up through sewer. It's the reverse effect. It's Wolfen working his way up behind them here slowly.
I don't know if keloqz and Boo bid on that. I think they're expecting the embed. It wasn't a perfect smoke cross. The timing could have worked that he got out. Now another timing.
Unfortunate timing and a rare C-push coming on through, but they've got control of sight. Koi bringing 2 down, and Boo and keloqz have got it all to do.
Oh, well, well, well. Perfect information from Wolfen on the lurk. Here's everyone. So they're going to play 3 players off-site. They want to stall as long as possible. Don't give early fights over to Heretics, because that flank will destroy this retake.
1 enemy remaining.
This one, yeah, is now going to look real painful.
Oh, they got a talking to in halftime. But there's no way, because the way they were playing the first half, they would be up 3 versus 1, even 2 versus 1 sometimes. They would play really aggressive, even back on Pearl. That is a different look. Up
3 of them
4v1.
sat watching sight.
Yeah, 4 versus 1 with 3 down long on pistol, and you're giving that up. That's the right call. I love it. But you can see they are going to play this one by the books to close. They know how much it matters. No, don't give him the ult orb. Don't give him that. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Breach that came through the behind him as well to give him some support on the swing, but just obscured too much by the smokes, the wall, everything really working against him. Nothing really to show for his efforts. But a big push coming in. Koi looking to flood their way forward. Immediately in goes Wolfen, pays the price for it as keloqz finds his man. Mixwell into another. Trace there immediately. And Heretics looking to stabilize a bit here.
keloqz just farmed his paint shells back off that one, so a little bit more chip into the C site. No flashes for this.
This will be an absolute travesty if Heretics can't get this one back now. Great paranoia, over finds one. The swing comes out but can't quite close. The fishman Ben finds what he needs. Heretics move up to 5.
Just an alarm bot to spot them out there, and a very easy plant for them.
That's what they want, right? It's trying to get out of dodge and hide away. He just managed to just about get away with it. 2 quick kills, though. Heretics, as mentioned, starting to really wake themselves back into this, but now they've got to hunt down and find these kills. There's one tucked in close as well. They know about it as well. Now they've got full visibility. The smokes have expired. This is where it gets a little bit ropey. Not for Heretics, though. 4 kills to their name. Trexx all alone by himself. Molly comes out, but doesn't find his man. He'll opt to save here.
I think Koyo actually caught themselves in a weird timing there with the Viper wall.
Paint shells coming out, just trying to bait them for now, but we've already seen the jet come all the way through. Wolfen once again deep in the back line, and the aggressive Viper spit comes out. Now in a spot they've got control of the B site, they're really going ham for this site yet again.
But they're not going into B. Look at this, they pivoted into C. The trick, as old as they come here, Spike should be planted with relative ease as the fight goes into Link. starxo falls back just on 8 HP. It is by no means a clear-cut round.
It was at least enough to waste a fair bit of time on B, as you say, because now it's for Heretics to force their way back through, mainly through spawn. And look at this, Koi sending all 3 players in towards Garage.
Yeah,
they want to get a backstab on here. 1 player being left behind, make it 2. Seeing what they can do here. They spot starxo out, flash comes on through, and he'll get out. One comes through, the second one on the rifle, but no. Benji finds his man. 1 left standing here is Benji in the 1 versus 1 against starxo. starxo won't lose it. Benji will be kicking himself for that one, but it's Koi up to 11.
Here we go, though. It's a split into the C site.
Seeker's coming out over the top as well, just going to, at least for now, force the defenders back. Give a little bit of room towards Koi, and with that space, they capitalise. There's one in the back, he's got the right idea, trying to shoot skyward, but not quite finding his target. It's Mixwell on towards one side, and it's a bit confusing. A couple of players on site, one dancing around inside the smoke. Who else other than starxo? Gets one before being shut down, but sight is theirs. The TP over towards A.
And Heretics, all their ultimates just fought on site. They weren't playing off site, they weren't playing retake, anything like that. It is now 2 against 3. Koi with a chance to go on to match and series point. And it's all trexx spotting out AvovA, finding it, but no, Boo in the 1-on-2.
Has the right idea and finds his man. 3 in the round, all as well, committing it out because he knows just how much this round means. Has the trails going up now? Does he know him inside of heaven? No, he doesn't.
He has to know. Yeah, the trails go up ramp. He has a perfect idea.
He can't win it like this. This is his problem now. He's got to force a peak to come out. It comes on through. Obviously a little bit low on sound here. He has to force and look it out, but he should be able to win this one out. koldamenta. Defensive side, but you've just seen the mobility of Koi, the willingness to poke forward, find information, and rotate over towards other sides.
They're fighting forward again.
Has been their strong piece, but they're forcing in, yeah. And they aren't abandoning sight. They're holding pretty tight. They have no idea that Wolfen, yet again, has just marched his way forwards. Showstopper comes out. It feels like too little, too late. Boo, yet again, has got it all to do against 3 players on the side of Koi to keep them in it. He's going to find one. But here we go. All comes out. It could not get much harder than this. Gets swung on. koldamenta closes it out, and yet